Let's drop the myth that women are impossible to understand. They're not aliens, they're emotional beings, richly layered, yes, but not impenetrable. If you know what to observe, you'll notice the pressure points, the emotional cracks in the armor, the triggers that make her curious, drawn in, and even obsessed. This isn't about manipulation, it's about perception, seeing what 95% of men overlook. Because while the average guy chases blindly, the refined man applies subtle pressure and lets her come to him. To understand a woman is not to decode a puzzle, it is to observe the flow of emotion through a soul designed for connection. This takes presence, not pretense, discernment, not domination. The more silence you bring to her noise, the more her truth will start to surface. We're diving into the top 9 hidden female vulnerabilities every man should understand. Some will surprise you, some will make perfect sense, and others will make you wonder how no one told you sooner. This isn't fluff. This is Stoic mastery combined with primal reality. Let's begin. Number 1. Confidence that moves without apology. Women are magnetized to confidence, but not the loud, chest-thumping kind. They want the still, quiet flame. The man who enters a room not looking for validation, but radiating certainty. He's not asking to be liked. He already knows who he is. That's the real allure. Most men chase approval, drop compliments like coins in a slot machine. But women are bloodhounds for insecurity. The man who doesn't overreach, doesn't overshare, short-circuits her brain. True confidence is not an act. It is the residue of self-knowledge. It is formed in solitude when a man has faced himself and made peace with what he found. It carries no need to impress, only the quiet authority of someone who needs nothing and therefore attracts everything. He doesn't flinch when she pushes. He doesn't fill the silence to ease tension. He speaks slowly when he chooses, not when he's nervous. And it triggers something deep in her. Her energy wants to surrender to composure. Not brute force, but a quiet dominance. The kind that owns the room with stillness, with presence. So don't push harder, just stand firmer. Number 2. Being understood without a monologue. Most women are drained, not physically, emotionally, having to explain their moods, defend their softness, or hide their overwhelm. You want to know one of her most powerful soft spots. A man who gets her, not because she spelled it out, but because he was attuned. To truly see a woman is to move beyond language and into awareness. When a man becomes still enough, he starts to pick up what isn't being said. He learns the subtle poetry of her silence, the emotional weight behind her pauses. This isn't about fixing her, it's about feeling her. Notice her quiet. Feel when her tone fades. Read the air. Don't analyze, sense. When you say, "I feel something's off," talk to me when you're ready. You've given her a rare sanctuary, a place to be soft. Because women don't fall in love with men who impress. They fall for the ones who see. Don't lecture her. Don't try to fix anything. Just be there. If your presence alone is powerful enough, with grounded masculine awareness, that is emotional royalty. Number 3. A stoic silence that shifts the dynamic. This is the code no one teaches men. Silence is a form of command. Not the cold shoulder, not withdrawal, but the art of knowing when to let silence speak for you. In a world of overstimulation, this kind of stillness is lethal. The Stoics taught that nothing is more powerful than the man who governs himself. When chaos comes and a man does not flinch, he becomes an axis around which others rotate. He is not unmoved because he is numb, but because he is firmly rooted. She's used to emotional fireworks, tantrums, men who unravel, but when she throws storms your way and you respond calmly, she starts questioning her own chaos. Your silence becomes her mirror and pulls her back into her feminine state, because she finally feels someone strong enough to hold space for her chaos without collapsing. That's a craving she rarely admits, the quiet, masculine presence that makes her feel anchored. Number 4. Eye contact. Eye contact is not just about courage, it's about control. Look, most guys either avoid it or overdo it, but when you lock eyes with her and stay relaxed, that's when her gut flips. It tells her everything: who's grounded, who's pretending, and most importantly for her, who is already in charge. To hold a gaze is to declare that in that moment, the truth of both souls are revealed. Her eyes test for presence. Yours must answer without fear. Do not stare. Do not blink it away. Just be yourself. The gaze must be a handshake between two spirits, a subtle gaze that doesn't blink, paired with a calm smirk, becomes hypnotic. An unspoken fire lingers. You don't need lines. Number 5. A mystery that lingers in the shadows. Women don't fall for men who spill everything. They fall for men who hint, who offer short glimpses into their lives and then pull back. It's not about playing games. It's about having layers to your backstory. Something she cannot quite place, but really wants to understand. Mystery is a kind of sacred silence. It is the art of restraint, the decision to reveal truth under your slow, measured control. When a man unfolds like a novel instead of a tweet, she wants to read him like scripture, again and again, finding something new each time a layer is peeled back. Share just enough to stir curiosity. Let her earn your story piece by piece. Tell a tale, then leave it unfinished. When she senses there's more, she feels invested. She'll stay up thinking about the man who showed her the surface, but hinted at oceans. She doesn't want an open book. She wants the novel that she rereads over and over again. Number 6. An unshakable sense of purpose. What truly draws a woman into your orbit isn't charm, flash, or even passion. It's direction. Purpose is gravity. It's the silent force that shapes a man's life from the inside out. While passion can burn bright and fizzle, purpose is the steady flame that never flickers, even when the world does. She doesn't just want a man who's excited about something. She wants a man devoted to something greater than himself. And here's the philosophical truth. A man without purpose becomes a prisoner of pleasure. He starts chasing highs, chasing people, chasing approval, because he has no inner compass pulling him forward. When a man has something sacred to serve, a craft, a cause, a vision, his energy becomes magnetic. He stops seeking women because he's too busy building, and in that silence, they start orbiting him like gravity. She's not looking for a man to worship her. She's looking for a man already worshipping something deeper, his discipline, his future, his mission. Number 7. She needs to be led, not owned. This one's a paradox, and it separates men from boys. A woman wants to feel led, but never controlled. She wants a captain, not a commander, a man who makes decisions, not demands. This longing is older than culture itself. It's buried in her instincts, passed down through generations of women who survived by trusting the strength of the right man. To lead means to carry vision, not to impose. It means taking the wheel during storms, not chaining her to the deck. When you hesitate, she doesn't feel free. She feels abandoned. When you show her you can handle anything and take lead of any situation with a calm and positive certainty, something softens in her. Now she can rest in knowing that she has a real man looking out for her. That's the dream she doesn't voice. Not because she's weak, but because she's tired of pretending she never needed it. Number 8. Use words she can feel. Words are not just sound. To a woman, words are portals. gateways into emotion, imagination and possibility. Her mind is a canvas, and your voice is the brush. Not just any words will move her. She's heard the scripts. She's read the memes. She's sick of cliches. What she craves is language forged in truth, not a polished performance. This isn't about poetic fluff. It's about speaking from lived experience. When you compliment her, say it like you've just glimpsed something ancient behind her eyes. She doesn't fall for the smoothest talker. She falls for the man who speaks like he means it, who speaks like it matters, because the right words spoken from the right place can make her forget the world. If your voice becomes part of her internal story, then, my friend, she's already halfway in love. You're no longer just a man in the room. You're part of her world. Number 9, the quiet man who can walk away. And here we are, the final weakness, the one they never teach, because it threatens the whole game. A man who can walk away is the most dangerous man of all. Why? Because he doesn't need her. He chooses her. If the moment comes when that choice violates his integrity, he'll leave. Not in rage, but quietly. That kind of man is a ghost that never dies. He haunts the hearts of many a women who tried to play with him, and they all lost. Most men fear loss, but the Stoic man fears dishonor more than heartbreak. His soul is not for rent. His love is pure, but not unconditional, because real love respects boundaries. It doesn't beg, it never hangs on, it simply just walks away. And when a woman meets this kind of man, she doesn't just feel attraction. She feels the unspoken fear that she might lose the man who would never try to trap her. He is love without addiction, presence without possession. Be that man. Thank you for joining me on this journey into Stoic wisdom. Until next time, take care, stay strong, and stay stoic.